No, have you started your character yet?
Yes, I'm on Victor. Next topic, DOS.
Alright, well, there was a bombshell in the last week of basically,
DC.
Yeah. Take a wild guess! Who just got crowned fucking DC's heir to Kevin Feige?
Who?
James Gunn.
Hold up. The name... I know the name James Gunn. I cannot...
You should.
I do know the name. I cannot remember the character he portrayed.
Nope. Not a character.
No. I know the name James Gunn. I know he... Cannot remember... I know he's just... Fuck, I know him! It's like, I'm slipping my tongue. It's like... Knowing Wesley Snipes, but can't remember that he is like trying to remember that he did Blade and all this other shit. It's like
he didn't do a character.
He didn't do a character.
He's his brother all the time.
Who's his brother?
Something Gunn.
Get to the point, please.
Alright. James Gunn. Well, carry on.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm fighting, don't want to burn the brain cells to try and figure out what the fuck I'm doing.
Alright, James Gunn, who was the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Thank you! God, that was gonna bother the shit out of me.
Yep. Who was fired over controversial tweets from years ago by Disney. By Disney. Then after he was fired, he went over to DC and it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna fucking write The Suicide Squad and direct it. And this is The Suicide Squad with Peacemaker and
John Cena!
Well, that is Peacemaker, but Ratcatcher 2 and I think his
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, thank you.
Idris Elba was no, Bloodsport.
No,
Bloodsport. Yeah, because Deadshot was Will Smith.
Yeah. Anyway, so he has been named the creative director or such and such for all of DC movies. So in essence, he's the Kevin Feige of DC.
Yeah, okay. He's about to do some shit.
Well, I mean, the man's already got a solid track record. I mean, he's got 2 of the most successful, like, Marvel movies.
Yep. And The Suicide Squad was actually did pretty well from what I hear.
I enjoyed it, but I also think in general.
I mean, it had good nonsense going on. Like, that movie has its problems like any other movie, and no movie is literally perfect enough that it has literally no problems accordingly.
Well, a lot of people sit there and bitch and moan about Suicide Squad in general, like the first one. And I didn't have as many problems with the Suicide Squad as most people. Because, like, in my head, like, they were supposed to be dysfunctional. They were supposed to be all over the fucking
They're
map,
functional.
kind of
they're dysfunctional, but very functional to none the least.
Right.
Damn it.
But a lot of people sit there and had issues with the way it was shot, the way it was done, and it's like, I'm not saying it wasn't a perfect film, just as you mentioned before. It's like, no film perfect.
Seriously.
I will say, fucking, like, yeah, The Suicide Squad, which is the second outing of the series, is a much stronger fucking representation. But I'm not saying the original one is not without its charm. Like, there were characters that I really liked in the first one that did not come back for the sequel, or were killed off in the sequel, which kind of irked me more, to be honest with you.
Or killed off before they even could be even in the actual film in itself. The opening sequence was their death in The Suicide Squad, which was kind of funny.
They killed off Captain Boomerang, which kind of shit out
God, they did, and I hated it. Like, no, not him. I'd at least expect one.
I liked him, yeah.
I actually like this guy. But in DC's bullshit of, oh, this character died for how long?
I mean, you're not wrong, but then it's like, it's kind of like Marvel. Marvel fucking's like,
here's my loophole to avoid death here.
Not even that. Fucking in comics in general, like, you know, death is just kind of like a bad cold.
I could make a pandemic joke, but it's way beneath me. It's beneath me.
Let's try to leave the plague behind, can we?
Exactly, yeah. Death for them is literally, I'm calling in sick today.
Or, yeah, for this run of comics kind of thing.
I'm taking a vacation.
I mean, shit, fucking Wolverine died, and then suddenly there were 2 Wolverines to replace him.
His son and his daughter. Well, his daughter clone and his actual son.
Not even that one. This is a different death. That wasn't the death I was thinking of.
Yeah, you forgot that was a thing too, huh?
Yeah, like the closer to current. I don't follow comics to 1-to-1 anymore. But
was this the one we was encased in adamantium and came out like a beautiful butterfly?
Actually, no. I don't know how he came out. I knew he got out, but I don't know what form or why he got out, kind of thing.
I mean, I want to say revived him or cloned him within that sort of thing, and he had these weird. He had hell powers that made his claws burn red. There's that Wolverine for whatever reason.
Well, in the time that he was encased, there were 2 Wolverines that literally took up the mantle. There was X-23, which carried on the mantle of like a quote-unquote proper Wolverine, which
his clone daughter.
Yeah, clone daughter, which again is not a bad way to go. I can't even really argue with that one. Then there's the more metal and fucking depressing version, which is Old Man Wolverine.
Old Man Logan.
Oh my god, you want to get into some depressing shit?
Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan is fucking like depressing as fuck. Anyway, that's a talk of Wolverine for another time, kind of thing. Because eventually I'm thinking about doing X-Men Wolverine Origins.
You poor misguided bastard.
Oh no, the game. The game is actually really good.
That's what that is. Thunderbreak. That's what I'm trying to do.
Thunderbreak!
No, it's his friggin' dunk move, but I keep whiffing half the time.
Is this where you say get dunked on, son?
Yes. Yes, it is.
But yeah, so getting back on topic, like James Gunn says, like he's gonna take over all creative direction, blah blah. He's gonna be the Kevin Feige of DC. Which I mean, to be fair, like with what he's done with both Guardians as well as not only the Suicide Squad, but as well as Peacemaker, is like honestly, I don't think they could have been in better hands at this point. I mean, the man obviously has a love for comics and like the storylines and where they go, and he does good and fair representation to the characters. Other than when he has to fucking make like weird choices. Well, not even weird choices. I'm gonna put this correctly. When he has to kind of like go back on his stuff to make shit work for the story. So like one of the only major confrontations of like his style that I saw was like going from the Suicide Squad to Peacemaker. And Peacemaker is an interesting character, I'm not gonna lie. I did really enjoy like watching the series. But if you look at the Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad to Peacemaker the series, like this is almost night and day, 2 different Peacemakers.
Ugh, get dunked on, bitch! Okay, I'm better.
Like, and I guess you could make the argument, it's like, oh, well, Peacemaker fucking, he went through a near-death experience and had a scrupulous challenge and the whole 9, so that kind of like made him turn the corner kind of thing. And I can kind of see that argument, I'm not gonna argue.
He'll do anything in the name of justice.
Right. Because if there's a beach full of dicks and the only way to secure peace was to eat all those dicks, you bet I'd be down on the ground eating every one of those dicks.
Cool. Somebody keep this guy away from me.
I didn't make up that line.
I know. That was a line from freaking the Suicide Squad. Like me just looking at him like this man is crazy.
And I kind of like it for that. I'm not gonna lie. He was definitely one of the more interesting characters besides fucking
King Shark. I feel bad for Polka Dot Man in all his endeavors.
Oh, Polka Dot Man got so fucking bad. I really do feel bad for him.
He got his powers because his mom wanted to have super children. His brothers and sisters all died but him because of her over experimentations in Star's labs, and I'm like, God damn, lady. Like that's bad parenting. The thing that makes it sad, he's actually there at the wherever the fuck they are, not even Arkham, wherever the fuck they are, they have them. He's there voluntarily because he doesn't really want to hurt people.
Well, even Ratcatcher 2's got kind of a fucking sob story too, so.
Yeah, like her rats are apparently supposed to be a deadly weapon. Like, they're rats, man. Like, and I stopped to think about it. She can control the rats freely to a degree. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of
exactly. It's deadly enough. I mean,
yeah. And on the island that they were, like, that was a lot of rats, man. I don't have a phobia of rats, but if having millions and millions upon millions of rats just all over me like that, like, I kind of have a slight phobia after that. Friggin' Bloodsport, like, he doesn't like rats the entirety of the movie. Like, nope. Phobia of rats. Like, oh, for his training, anytime he slipped up, his father would put him in a box filled with hungry rats. I'm like, okay, cool.
I can see that. Like, that is like levels of fucked up. That's kind of impressive.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's one of those, like, don't want to screw up anymore. I'm like, yeah, I believe that. Like, and then throughout the whole movie, just see the little rat, Sebastian the rat, trying to make friends with him. He's like, get this thing away from me. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to know you. Get away from me. Get away. Like, at the very end, them on the helicopter, like, just curled up on his lap. He's like, just calmly pet the rat. Just calmly pet the rat. Don't scream. Don't freak. You just see the stress in his face. Like, I feel that. I feel that level of stress.
Well, I mean, even, like, one of the more memorable things from, like, the Suicide Squad.
Damn it.
Was definitely, like, Starro.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even fucking argue with that. Fucking, like, he made a fucking sympathetic villain that was willing to fucking destroy the fucking planet, basically.
He just wanted to enjoy the stars, be left alone, enjoying space. Like, he was adrift in space. He was perfectly fine and content with his life. Hey, here comes some astronauts. Hey, we found this weird alien creature. Why?
We're gonna get it inside and poke it.
Dude was minding his own business, enjoying the stars as they were flying past him. He didn't even say, oh, I was coming to this planet to do a thing. Like, he was just adrift in space, just chilling. And he kept poking and prodding at him. Like, no wonder he wants to kill everybody. I would too.
Alright.
I'm in my cave, minding my own business. Here comes this orange pumpkin-headed jackass kicking down my door while my day off.
Plant save. Come on, idiot!
Das, I'm just kind of minding my own business. You see me in a fluffy road, drink some hot chocolate, mind my own business. Das is just looking at me. Just see him throw an axe at the freaking mug. My cocoa.
Like fucking foaming at the mouth until he just keeps screaming.
But I don't want to save the world, Das. I'm just kind of finding content, you know? Like, no!
You buy a little fluffy robe that you're in, bunny slippers dragging.
But I just want to enjoy my cocoa. Das grabs the cocoa, throws it, just hear each other. My cocoa. Just getting dragged.
Lost in the fucking sound of dragging.
Just mind my own business.
Your Shirley's been cancelled.
Yep. Me on vacation. Here comes Das paratrooping in. But I'm on vacation, man. No. The roughnecks no roughneck left behind. But Das, I'm on vacation. Just see me enjoying your umbrella drinks. I'm saving you from these deplorable conditions.
You're gonna get soft in here, rookie.
Thus, you're scaring away the hula girls.
Wait, no! I ordered my girls on trampolines!
No! Or my personal favorite one, I'm hiding in a box. Nosh just picks up the box. He knows I'm in there, he's not gonna say shit. He's just gonna pick up the box, shake it roughly, and then throw me at whoever. I'm gonna come out swinging.
It's like a cat in a box.
Yes, I'm Schrodinger's dragon in the box. I'm in and out the box at the same time. The moment Dash shakes the box is whether or not I feel the need to come out to swing for the fences.
I can almost see this like a fucking bad setup. Where it's like, you know, I shook two boxes. I wasn't sure which one Angry was in, but since this one didn't explode, I'm assuming you got lucky.
Or my other favorite one, just see me, I'm minding my business under a rock. Here comes Das. Picks up rock. What are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? What am I doing? What are you doing? Nothing much.
Thwarting plans.
Thwarting your plans? Are you? No. Good, because we have a world to save.
So that goes back to the EDF rabble.
Frothing at the mouth. More like that's just screaming, "Roughnecks left behind!" Just foaming profuse.
I'm curious about that.
What?
I haven't heard any updates on EDF in a while.
I mean, it's out in Japan. That's all I can say about that. It's out in Japan.
Wow, okay, EDF 6 is the fastest selling game in the series.
It's the newest game in the EDF series, and even though it's surprisingly, I thought it was like, oh, it's just a niche craft for people who are in the know. Like, this sells a lot of money. I'm waiting for it to be. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for it for English. Our end of this, when we get it, if we get it, can we get it, please?